Hello. This is Microsoft Sam, and this is a milestone for Angus Art Entertainment, as this is his 50th video for YouTube. It also celebrates the 200 plus people that have subscribed to this channel, regardless of how rarely any new material is seen. For Angus McTavish, his DeviantArt page, and his Angus Art YouTube channel, thank you for all your support. It is each and every one of you who made everything possible for him. That said, let's get started. Angus McTavish presents his 2016 DeviantArt summary. This is the annual collection of DA selections, a little bit each month, from his gallery. Whether based on those that got a lot of favorites, or just personal preferences, we hope you like what you see. But first, we have a challenge for you. In one submission, Logos United, how many film company logos are shown in what must be Angus's most ambitious project to date? Pause this video, and look over the scene well. The answer is near the end of the presentation. For January, he selected Inspector Pika. Wowzers. Upon hearing that Japan was releasing a Nintendo 3DS game, where Pikachu donned a Sherlock Holmes hat and went off solving mysteries, the idea came to Angus to have him wear a different outfit, that of Inspector Gadget. Those familiar with Gadget's theme music can already hear it in their heads, right? Go Pika's Thundershock. For February, we have one last taco. Okay, so we learn that tacos are the favorite food of Marvel Comics superhero, Deadpool. They are also my favorite, so, when it comes down to the final taco in the party plate, who gets it? I don't mind telling you that it was one of the most interesting things to have happened to me. I was fortunate that Deadpool didn't have his weapons on him at the time, except for that sword that he used to cut the taco in half. What a way to compromise. Now we go to March, and the Esmeralda. This is Angus's rendition of a character created by Duck, formerly known as Ami. Having seen their creation, Angus gave a try in drawing up a version of Essie, and Ducky, as they like to be called, was very impressed. It should be known that ES also stands for the Eternal Stranger, a reference to song lyrics from Days Full of Wonder, a rare 90s song by Alphaville frontman Marion Gold. Look that song up sometime. It's incredible. For April, we check out Duck, Rabbit, Sky. Gmod has been a very influential tool in creating scenes for Angus, and he even looks for fun player models for these. It's just all in what's out there and good to use. So, when he found models for Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, he decided that there is one way those two rival Looney Tunes can settle things once and for all. By distracting the hunters together, throwing them a sky, and what better setting to do that than in Team Fortress 2. Speaking of that popular Valve game, May brings us not one, but 10 comic book cover ideas for a storyline called Team Fortress Generations. Take the original line of classes from the 90s Team Fortress Classic, pit them up against the characters, as we know and love them in the superior sequel, and see the responses. Some were tough to put together, like the heavy weapons guy, and how he holds his minigun, just daring the classic heavy to pick up his sandwich. Others were pretty subtle, like the classic spy getting the surprise stab into the modern spy's leg, but the real fun was cover number 10, leaving us all in wondering how the anomaly came to be in the first place. Did the administrator plan this? And what does Mirasmus have to do with it? We'll leave those ideas up to you. June was the 25th anniversary for Sega's Speedy Blue mascot, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Angus did 2 variations in celebrating this. The first was done in MS Paint, while a Gmod version was done later. Whichever way you prefer, it's Angus's way of congratulating Sega and the Blue Blur for a quarter-century of fun games. For July, run you fools. It had been a long time since Angus did any kind of fan art for regular show, and upon seeing the Gmod model of the moon, as seen in the Zelda game, Majora's Mask, it gave him the idea of what it would be like If anyone in the Cartoon Network series accidentally pissed off the normally gentlemanly Mellow Pops, just add the mustache and his usual outfit. The rest was added via Paint and Real-World Paint for the responses by Mordecai, Rigby, and Benson. A bit of fun was had in blending all this. August brought us Blart grocery cart. Take the iconic screaming head of Kevin James's movie character from Google Images, paste it onto a photo taken at a grocery store, then see what's in store for him this time. And yes, Angus took that photo himself, via his smartphone. What surprised him more than anything was how strong a positive response this got from fellow deviants. September. Project Take 2, The Crane. Remember Bitch Duck from the March selection? They also have a series of videos on YouTube by the name of Project Take 2, a series that furthers the idea of Looney Tunes intro bloopers, the popular Dave Madsen series that featured myself and other text-to-speech voices. Only in Project, we don't look human. More like little balls or spheres. Or babs, as Ducky calls us. Angus got the idea of putting our bab forms into a crane machine, as prizes, and the she-devil has latched her evil counterpart, while she'd much rather see Dave again. I wonder what Dave himself would say upon seeing these episodes. Seriously, check out the series. It's different, yet fun all the same. This is also a collaboration, as Ducky helped with it. Sometime into October, we got to see W.D. Gaston. Let it be known that Angus has never played a level of Undertale, but he has learned of the Gaster character from the game. But mix that character with the antagonist from Disney's Beauty and the Beast, and you got yourself an interesting character crossover. November gave us a cure for the Top Gear blues. It also gave reason to put the Stig from the ABC series into a Gmod scene. Tom Servo and Crow T-Robot, from Mystery Science Theater 3000, watch in sympathy for the Stig and his failing show, while Bon and Stella talk about where the three original hosts went. That same month, they launched a new show called The Grand Tour, for Amazon Prime. The nicknames that Crow mentions are for the three hosts. Hamster was for Richard Hammond. Captain Slow was James May. And Jizza is one for Jeremy Clarkson. For December, we take a look at a redrawing of one of Angus' earliest pieces on file. Rest Area 51 was originally done back in 2001, and a lot of the image was ruined by saving as a JPEG, which causes a lot of distortion. You can hardly see the little alien behind the tree, which has newspaper now. It turned out that crappy. Well, he would learn that there are better ways to save a paint pick, and he decided that after 15 years, it was finally time to try a new rendition. The alien can be seen better, and the ship he came down in looks much better now. No clouds or obvious spray marks for the tree, and a bit of shading from the moon helps a good deal, too. Well, that about wraps it up for the year, but before we go, here are the answers from our Logos United quiz. In the back, we can see the Disney Castle, the Paramount Mountain, the Kid in the Moon from DreamWorks, the star constellation for Orion Pictures, and the tower from RKO. That's 5 so far. But up front, we also have a searchlight to reference 20th Century Fox, the lion for MGM, and the Columbia Torch lady holding a shield that looks like one from Warner Brothers. Us making the total of logos referred to as 9. Though some of you have also said that, since this takes place on Earth, the planet's shown in another logo, then Universal would make number 10, even if we're not seeing this from an aerial view. Bonus points. And with that said, that's all for now. If you like what you see, be sure to pop by the gallery at angusmctavish.deviantart.com. And be sure to watch the credit roll for some honorable mentions. I'm Microsoft Sam, and thanks for watching, from Angus Art Entertainment.